Really, a frustrating afternoon again in front of goal in terms of creating stuff from open play, but there were chances there for you guys.
Yeah, no, there were chances. I think over the course of the game, we've done well today. When you play these top teams, it's tough. And I said to the girls at half time, I think everything they see Arsenal touch at the moment turns to goal. So we just didn't get the rub of the green, I felt, in certain areas. I mean, we had a clear penalty that wasn't given. I'm not happy with his view of it. He said it bounced on the arm, which is kicked it against her arm, which is up there. And that can change the game a little bit, because they was on the back foot then, and goals change games. But I felt we responded well, especially to the second goal, because that was a bitter blow. I felt we responded well, and we done well second half. Look, things have changed up there. We've got Shanice, hopefully, will be in contention potentially next week, if not definitely, for that run of games in November and December. I said, well, look, we've had a real tough start to the season. If you look at the way the fixtures panned out, Chelsea, Tottenham, Arsenal, and then Manchester City, you're playing like your first 5 games, 4 teams that finish in that top 5. But in each game, I think we've done okay. It's going to take us a bit of time to adjust to this division, and losing Leanne and Shanice is a big blow. It's a big blow, but we could take heart and positives from today.
And I guess the last time you faced Arsenal was obviously in that game last year, and 4-0 win. So
yeah.
In terms of results, naturally it is progression. But performance-wise, did you think it was progression as well?
I think definitely deep, where we moved the ball quicker. Final third, it was okay. It's like the little detail, the cross, or I said to the girls at half time, like, we're getting in good positions and we've got one body in the box. We've got to bust the gut to get in there. We need the midfield player, we need the centre forward, we need the wing back, we need the winger, and then we can cage the box and get on the second. So, as I say, when you're playing these types of teams, sometimes you can be a little bit hesitant, and Arsenal are very good on the counter. We found that out today. But the game did become a bit open when we was chasing it. We've got to get a goal when we was chasing it.
You're quite pleased with, you mentioned there, the response to the second goal. Would it be easier for the players to kind of think, it's going to be one of those days where the floodgates are going to open a bit, but it just felt like you were kind of trying to create and the heads never dropped at any point.
That's the one thing with the team, it never does. Not like we knew coming back into the Super League it wasn't going to be easy. If you look at the recruitment, we didn't have much of a turnover. Because we wanted that little bit of consistency. But listen, if you look at Leon the other night, they folded like a pack of cards. Whereas today we've kept going, we kept trying to create. And as I said, there's plenty of positives that we can take from today's performance. And then that was an easy game for them, you can see. So we just got to keep grounded and just keep improving and keep doing the right things. And I'm sure we'll turn the corner.
How do you reflect on where you are now with the points you've got in the opening games? I know that the Chelsea game maybe wasn't the one everyone expected you to get the win from, but to be with the 3 points now, do you still feel you're in a good position?
Obviously we'd like more points on board. We never got the opportunity to play that first game against Reading. So obviously we've got that in November. I think if you look at it, no one probably would expect us to beat Arsenal, Chelsea, even Tottenham to a certain extent. And obviously we've got a tough game against Manchester City next week. Like I said, look, we need to get to Christmas and judge ourselves once we've had that first round of fixtures, not off the first 5. And as I said, the great thing for us is we've got Shanice, she's chomping at the bit now to get back in. She's got through training unscathed Friday, done a bit more today, so hopefully she'll be back in team training next week. Maybe it'll be too soon. Maybe she'll be available for maybe minimal minutes, which will be a good change. I mean, imagine we could have brought her off the bench today with that pace and stretching Arsenal and get them a little bit deeper. So we're hurting at the top end of the pitch at the moment. Obviously with Leanne's injury, that was a poor blow, and for her to be out for so long. But that's part and parcel of the game. We've got to adapt and adjust, and we've just got to keep moving forward.
How much of a boost would Shanice be able to give the whole camp?
Yeah, because she's a great character. She's a great character in the dressing room and on the pitch. So she'll give us another dimension. I've seen it with Nicole Rosley here. Once players like that get on the pitch, you just see players drop off, and it starts to create spaces in other areas of the pitch. So, we're looking forward to getting her back.
And you also said about the second half performance. How much confidence does that give you for the rest of the season when you're take on teams around you? getting the points to solidify your position in the table. How much confidence does that second half performance give you?
Well, I think if you look at Tottenham last week and then today, today was probably our most consistent in the sense of, you know, letting the players try and get on the ball, have a little bit of interchange, try to find the spaces, but it gives us confidence to take forward. The one thing we need probably is to go and open play, and I think that can probably settle a lot of things. But no, listen, I've been half pleased with how it started with regards to where we are in the opposition we're playing against. But you know, it is a long season, but we need to pick points up. And as I said, November, December will define exactly where we are.
Is it good to get these games out of the way now, do you think, you know, the big ones, and then you have like a kind of run, I guess, into Christmas and pick up some momentum?
Yeah, but them games probably become more pressurised if you haven't picked the points up. So it's a bit of a catch-22. Maybe if they could balance it where you don't play the top 5 in the first 5 games of the season or first 4 games of the season. But yeah, no, as I said, like it's one of them situations. I mean, there's some tough games again. The teams, you know, like your Brightons, your Readings, obviously got beat again last week, and they got tough games today, right? Am I right? Brighton have got Chelsea, and then Reading have got. Is it City? Yeah.
No, Spurs.
I'll sit there, they got Man United, I think. Oh, I can't remember. Who they got, and get your phone out. Anyway, like, as I said, it's one of them situations where, as I say, look, as I say, we've done okay. We've done okay.
Right, against Reading.
Right, there you go. Cheers, son.
Just to follow up on what you were saying earlier about players getting on the ball, were you slightly disappointed in terms of the quality of when Liverpool did have the ball, because it felt like you had spells where, you know, maybe you had 10-15 minutes of possession, but perhaps, you know, the quality of the passes wasn't quite there in the way that it was against Chelsea?
I think when you're chasing games, sometimes you try to force it a bit, try to turn them, and you don't see the pictures or play the game. So I think, especially first half, when we was going long, we could have gone short. And I think sometimes, like, Lawsy could have stepped out, we could have pushed Julie a little bit wider, which would have stretched there too, that were pressing. But as I said, when you're playing these types of teams, you do think about the counter. You can have a little bit of hesitancy in what you're doing. And we need to shift that mindset, because we need to make sure that when we're on the ball, we've got options. When we're getting in their final third, that we can keep the ball, we can cage the box, and when we are getting in crossing positions, that we've got bodies in the box for first and second phase. And I think at times we've done that okay today, and at times we was a little bit hesitant and we held off. And if we didn't get on that first one, maybe we were worried about getting hit on the counter. But that'll change over time.
Meg Campbell all right, and I just had a bit of ice on her knee there.
Yeah, no, she always has ice on her knee after a game. Yeah, that's Meg Campbell's life, unfortunately, with her knee. Post-training, she'll have ice on the knee, so yeah, she's fine.
She took a short today. I'm still reeling off it. Was that planned? Because it nearly caught Arsenal out, with them getting deeper and deeper, preparing for the long throw. And then...
Yeah, we did it against Tottenham as well last week, where they had 10 players behind the ball, so we went short, so they stepped out and we delivered it. We have the ability, obviously, to mix it up. You know, and I'm confident we'll score from one soon as well.
Last one, that second half.